Hey, I'm back. There wasn't a vlog last week, as you may have noticed. That's my aircon in my car making all that noise. Last week my daughter was sick and then she gave it to me and I was sick, so literally there was nothing to film apart from sneezing and being ill. So this week I was at work all day yesterday, I've been at work all day today. It's about 5:30 Tuesday evening now and I'm just leaving home to head into the city, and I've got a meeting with the amazing women who are helping me plan the Fashion Rebellion, which is the fashion event that the Just Be Revolution is putting on next year. So we've had one sort of planning session to get an idea of what we're going to do and how we're going to do it. So tonight we're going to get back together again and see where we're up to and hopefully really get started on the plans for this. I really want to get a date locked in and a venue locked in. Hi, it's been a mad couple of days. So when I spoke to you the other day, I was on my way to the planning session for the Fashion Rebellion event that I'm planning at the minute. That went really well. We've actually come up with a new venue that we want to use. Our original space that we were looking at was a big warehouse kind of industrial space, and it would have been really cool, but we're actually going to look at a venue that's already got seating and staging and sound and light and things like that in it, just to save time and money and effort. And it's going to be a lot of work to take an empty shell of a warehouse and yeah, turn it into what we want. It would look super cool. Yeah, so we're going to contact this other venue first. We're going to keep the warehouse space as a bit of a backup plan if the other one doesn't come through or if there's no dates available. So yeah, so it's all hinging on venue and date at the minute, and as soon as we've got the venue and the date locked in, then we can start actually planning everything else. So that's really exciting. So that's moving forward. We've got some great ideas. So that was Tuesday. Wednesday I was at home sewing on orders all day. Yesterday I was at work. This morning I'm at the hospital. If you follow my vlogs, you'll know my daughter was recently diagnosed with celiac disease. So part of the ongoing support from the hospital here, which is completely free, is I'm doing a 7-week course called Tuning Into Kids, which is all about how to help kids with a chronic illness or disease cope mentally and how to support them mentally with these big changes in their life. So this is the second session. It's really interesting, learning a lot of great tactics and ways to help my daughter when she's not feeling so positive about having to go gluten-free, when she's missing all the things that she could have had. I'm the only parent of a celiac in the group. Most of the other kids, they've either got terrible food allergies or they're diabetic. So it's a really great mix of people, lots of different stories about why they're there, lots of different ways that these kids need helping coping with their lifelong illnesses that they've got to cope with. So today's session of the Tuning In for Kids program at the hospital was really interesting. We were talking a lot about emotional coaching and helping kids deal with emotions, not just surrounding their chronic illnesses, but just how to support kids better when they're feeling emotions, when they're angry or frustrated or sad or upset, whatever. So yeah, it's given me some great new ways to help support Lil when she needs it. So my plan was to then come home and start planning my next dress, but I had some errands to run. I had to go to Medicare and it just took me forever, absolutely forever. It's just always so busy in there. I think I was in there nearly an hour in the end, which was just bonkers. So then by the time I got home and had some lunch, it's time to go and pick Lily up from school. So my day has just disappeared and I've got no work done today, which is really frustrating. So this evening, Lil's off to her school disco, so I am doing face painting because it's a Halloween disco. And then, yeah, I guess I will start work in the morning instead of today because, yeah, I've just run out of day. So I'm just planning my next dress, and the idea for this one is kind of a sew my stash dress. So I'm using various things that I've got in the studio. So I've got this half-made corset, which is a size 10 corset. The lining's all stitched and all the bone casings are in and everything, and the outside is joined. It just needs putting together, and it's this beautiful iridescent mother of pearl sequins. I've got an old bra with some feathers on. I've got this ruffly tulle jacket from something from years ago. I've got this gorgeous leftover iridescent lace that's offcuts from a wedding dress I made a long time ago that's been sat in a drawer for ages. There's loads of that. and it works really well. I can cut out different bits of it. I've got tulle. I've got a big tulle overskirt as well that's seen better days, but I can use it. And I've got these red beads, these silver iron-on motifs, and this chain. And I've got a really good idea of what I want to do. Okay, so if you've followed me for a while, you'll know that I like to have stories behind my dresses and my designs. They almost become characters. I like to think of backstories as I'm designing. So the name of this dress is going to be Liberty. And Liberty because it's kind of representing my return to doing couture dresses and my freedom to create. So I'm going to use that corset as the base for it. I think how I'm going to do this. It's been in my head for ages. I'm just getting it down on paper. Okay, so I'm going to use the corset as the underneath layer, and then I'm going to add some tulle over the top of it, just to tone down the sparkle a tiny bit. Then I'm going to use that beautiful lace sort of plique on the waist and on the shoulders, and then I want to have big feathers. I've got some big ivory feathers which I want to have coming off the shoulders. So I might make separate shoulder pieces, I'm not sure yet. And then more lace sort of hanging down, so that's going to be my lace on the shoulders there. Then I'm going to use the tulle and the petticoats that I've got and the tulle overskirt to create a sort of high-low skirt. So I'm going to do a petticoat underneath it and have tulle gathered over the top. I'll have to line it, I think it might be a bit sheer, we'll have to see. And then I'm going to create, using the petticoats and more tulle, I'm going to create a long train from the tulle and the petticoats. I'm not entirely sure. I think this is one of those dresses that I'm going to sort of have an idea of how I want it to be in my head, and it'll evolve as I put it together. So we have a white petticoat and more white petticoats joined together, and then tulle over the top to create this big sort of puffy high-low mullet skirt thing there. Then I'll use some more of the lace around here. Then I've got a white wig which I'm going to style, so I want that to be quite dramatic, I think, and quite big and curly. I don't know, this is my styling wigs is something I've been sort of wanting to do for a while. I've bought a heat resistant lace front white wig to use for this. So this will be my first attempt at actually styling a lace front wig properly, which I'm really excited about. Then I'm going to create some kind of crown, which I haven't quite decided what I'm going to use for that yet. Probably some more of those silver appliques I showed you just now, and maybe some feathers. Not sure. I think that's one of those things that will come together as I work on it as well. Maybe some more of the lace in there. The wig to be really big and full. I've been watching a lot of YouTube tutorials about wig styling. And then, so this is all going to be white and crystal and mother of pearl, but then what I want to do is create from the red beads that I showed you and from those gorgeous silver appliques and the silver chain and silver beads, I'm going to create some kind of winged heart applique which will come up the neckline. Again, I think it's going to be one of those things where I'll draw the shape of the neckline and then I'll bead this and see what shapes work to make the wings. So this is going to be red, and that's going to be my only bit of colour. Apart from, I think I might do some red makeup with it. I think red makeup could look really cool. Put some more little ostrich feathers in here as well. Make it, yeah, so it's going to all be white and mother of pearl and shimmer and feathers, white wig, white and maybe silver headpiece, and then there'll be this just pop of red colour here with the silver wings. So the winged heart is representing me following my heart. So it represents a life without fear, a love without boundaries. So this is the freedom part of the liberty. The wings give you speed and elevation to follow your dreams. And then the heart represents your emotions and love, truthfulness. So yeah, this dress, Liberty, is all about me returning to making couture dresses and following my heart to do the thing that I really love. I'm going to start working on this in the coming week, and I will take you with me on that journey of creating this dress from my, I guess it's a kind of sew my stash dress, because I'm using everything that I've already got here in the studio. And I will take you with me on that journey to show you how I create it, and then I'll do a separate video showing you the start to finish and then the end of it as I style it. So I'm going to do the wig, I'm going to do my makeup, and then film the whole thing when it's done as a finished look. So that's me out for Sunday now. So I'm going to go cook dinner and chill out. I've got to go to work in the morning, and I will be back next week to show you the start of creating my Liberty dress.